Hello there. So this is just a brief recording of our diaphragmatic breathing. So you probably want to do it lying down. You can do it seated if you're comfortable, but if you're kind of new to it, you can do it lying down because that's the most kind of relaxing position for the body to be in. And the more you can relax, the easier it is to breathe. So I would suggest constructive rest pose. So bum fairly close to your heels. Settle yourself down onto your back, knock your knees in together, take your feet wide, let yourself settle down. Remember that position of the head, just check in with that. And if you find your chin is really high, you might want to pop something underneath it. So I've got a skinny block here, a thin book, like a paperback would probably do the job. So you can just have a little play around with that, check it feels comfortable. Elbows on the floor, hands resting on the belly. Just spend a little bit of time settling in here. And once you're used to this, and I know some of you are, once you're used to this, really, you can just kind of cut this bit of the recording off and go straight to the sort of starting point. So spend a little bit of time just setting yourself up in a comfortable position. And I'm just going to talk you through it. Okay. So finding a comfortable position for the head. Relaxing into the shoulders, softening into the belly, and just relaxing the belly. So really letting the belly soften. Maybe just take a deep breath in through the nose, and maybe open the mouth and just sigh the breath out. And just do that a couple of times at your own pace, just to release any tension in the body. So once you've done that a few times, let your breathing return to its regular pace, its regular rhythm, breathing in and out through the nose if you can. So just letting yourself settle here, and then just beginning to notice your natural breath. So just tuning in and connecting with your natural breath. See if you can get a little bit more comfortable. Heavy head, heavy shoulders. Relaxing into the chest, relaxing into the belly, just breathing easily. And now just beginning to draw the breath all the way down to the base of the lungs. So just beginning to breathe more deliberately. Beginning to breathe more consciously. Breathing right the way down to the base of the lungs. Remember, when we breathe all the way down to the base of the lungs, the dome of the diaphragm will descend. We can't really feel that happening, but we can see it happening. We can feel it happening with the hand on the belly, because the hands on the belly, the abdominals will just gently swell on the inhale because of the movement of the diaphragm. And then when you breathe out from the base of the lungs, then the abdominals will just settle back into their resting position, which is why we want a nice relaxed belly. So just beginning to breathe at your own pace, more deliberately, more deeply, on the inhale, right the way down into the base of the lungs. Just allow the abdominals to gently swell as you breathe in. And then on the exhale, breathing all the way out from the base of the lungs. And letting the abdominals just rest again back into their neutral position. So beginning to breathe in this way deliberately. It'll be slower. Your breath will get fuller. Both on the inhale, you'll feel like you're getting a really full inhale down into the base of the lungs, but you also get more thorough on the out breath. So breathing right the way out from the base of the lungs. So just letting things slow down a bit, letting things settle, kind of really settling into this pattern of breathing. We do need to concentrate on it. We do have to kind of put some effort in here. So we're breathing deliberately right the way down into the base of the lungs. Relax the belly, relax the chest, relax the shoulders. And then on that exhale, breathing all the way out from the base of the lungs. So if we want to develop this and turn it into a full yogic breath or a 3-part breath, then on each inhale, just begin to build the breath. So breathe right the way down into the base of the lungs. The abdominals will swell. Then spread that breath around the body, front, side, and back. And then fill all the way up to the shoulders. So the breath is going to become longer still. It's going to become fuller. So on the inhale, if you imagine you're filling up a jug with water, the bottom fills, then the middle section, then right the way up to the top. And that's what you're doing with your inhale. You're filling your body 360 degrees, right the way around, all the way up into the shoulder blades, right up to beneath the collarbones. For the exhale, think about a jug emptying. So as you empty it, you empty from the top, then the middle, and then the bottom. So on the exhale, you simply reverse the inhale. So breathing in, you breathe down, then you breathe around the front side and the back, and then you fill all the way up. And then on the exhale, you breathe out from the shoulders, from the chest and ribs, and then right the way down to the base of the lungs, all the way out. So both your inhale and your exhale are going to slow down a little bit more probably. You really have this sense of filling on the inhale, right the way up. And then on the exhale, emptying all the way down to the bottom. And you'll notice as you do this, as you're consciously and deliberately breathing like this, you can always breathe a little bit more. We never really use our full capacity of the lungs. So each inhale, you can always breathe a little bit more in, and each exhale, you can always breathe a little bit more out. So just really exploring how it feels to breathe very thoroughly here. As you're concentrating on your breath, just notice if any tension creeps in, particularly sort of in the jaw, in the face, or in the shoulders. So just doing your best to stay really relaxed. It's much easier to breathe in a relaxed situation. So really just checking in with yourself every now and again. The jaw is relaxed, the shoulders are relaxed, particularly the belly. The belly is soft and relaxed. So just taking your time here, really enjoying this practice of diaphragmatic breathing, this full breath that we're developing, full inhale and then a full exhale. It's not often we take the time to really breathe in this way, and it's got all sorts of benefits, both physically, but also energetically as well. Just take one more full round of breath in your own time. So don't cut it off. Just have a full inhale from the base of the lungs, spread it around, fill it up. And then exhale right the way out from the top, from the middle, right the way down to the bottom. And then when you get to the end of that exhale, just let go of trying to concentrate, but just allow yourself to stay here quietly. Let everything settle. Let your breathing settle. Let the body settle. And just spend as long as you like just allowing that pranayama, that practice of the breath, to just really kind of integrate. So you might want to stay here a little bit longer, and that's absolutely fine. But if you're ready, you might want to have a little bit of a stretch first of all, maybe move into the fingers and the toes, the hands and feet. You might want to have a little bit of a yawn. Just really notice how you are. Notice the effects of your pranayama. Maybe draw the knees in towards the chest if you were lying on the floor, and then ease your way over onto one side or the other, and then just use the hands to bring yourself back up to a seated position, and then just come into a seated position and just pause here again. And again, just notice how things are. Take your time. Just give yourself this little bit of time to allow everything just to settle. Allow the features of the face to relax, the jaw to soften, the shoulders to release away from the ears, softening into the chest and the belly. And then when you're ready, just take your time and just get up and get on with your day. Thank you so much. Your practice of diaphragmatic breathing is over.